Uh, Good evening, students. So today I'm going to teach you service costing. So as far as we have discussed about the product cost, but especially this chapter is related to calculate the cost of different types of services being used by the consumers. So basically the service costing deals with to calculate the cost of services. Being a consumer, we use different kind of services, varies from welfare services, entertainment services, transportation services, and so on. So being a cost accountant, your main job is to calculate the cost of services so that being a service provider you can fix the service charges. So basically the service costing is to ascertain the cost of services. So if I talk about the definition according to the CIMA, cost accounting for services or functions like canteen, maintenance, personnel, these may be referred to as a service centers, departments or functions. So it's also called operating costing because under this costing we operate something. The basic objective of service costing is to provide services, and the service costing deals with the calculate the cost of services so that we can fix the price. So first of all, before start the chapter and further discussion, it's very important to understand the features of service costing. So first, services are intangible. We all know we can't see the services, we can't touch the services, it's all are intangible in nature. So we can only experiences the services, you can only feel the services. Your satisfaction will depend upon the how much experience you have gained from the services. For example, if you feel the good experience, you would say the service quality is good, and if your experience is in bad quality, then you would definitely say the service is inferior or not in good quality. Second, collection of cost. So same again, in order to calculate the cost of services we need various kinds of records like bill book, daily log sheet and different kinds of other records so that you can exactly calculate the cost of services. Then third is unique and standard services. Like being a service consumer, we use the standardized services. For example, if a teacher teaches in the class, all the students simultaneously get the same kind of services from teacher like education services. Fourth is less working capital. So being a service provider you need a less working capital. Your initial investment is high as compared to the daily cost, so you need to invest more capital to start the services and you need less capital to operate the services. Fifth is a cost per unit. So it would be really important for a service provider to calculate the cost per unit, because until you calculate the cost per unit you are not able to set the price of services. For example, if I talk about the transportation services, your main job is to calculate the cost of transportation services so that you can fix the transportation charges. Like if you are running bus services, then your job is to fix the fare ticket price per kilometer, ticket price as per passenger. Next, internal and external services. So there are various kinds of services like some of the services are internal in nature. For example, in an industry we need various internal services, and there are also some external services like hotel services, canteen services, hospital services, etc. Next, cost collection by behavior. So as like industrial cost, same in service costing we also have a fixed cost, semi variable cost and variable cost. So cost according to the behavior could be classified into three categories: fixed cost, variable cost, and semi variable cost. Then order wise computation. So usually we calculate the cost of different services as per the order, because every order is different, so you calculate the cost as per the order. Next, cost unit in service costing. So cost unit here means is a factor to measure the cost. We need a factor to calculate the cost. It's called cost unit. Unlike in industrial activities, the cost unit is different in service costing. If I talk about industrial activities, there are some unit that could be in kgs, there are some unit that could be in counting, there are some products that could be measured in liters or meter. But in service costing, usually the cost unit depends upon the nature and type of services. For example, in transportation services, we calculate the cost per unit, the cost per passenger per kilometer. In hotel, you calculate the cost of per room per day. In hospital, you would calculate the cost of per bed per patient. So depending upon the nature of services, we calculate the different cost units. So there are two basic types of cost units that usually use in transportation or various other services. First is simple cost unit. As I already told you about this, we use a single unit like per kg, per liter, per meter. But in services costing, we usually use composite unit. Composite unit means we use more than one cost unit to calculate or to measure the cost of services. For example, in transportation services, we use the cost of per passenger per kilometer. There are two cost unit, per passenger per kilometer. Without using the composite unit, you cannot calculate the exact cost of transportation costing. We need composite unit. So there are various kinds of services costing like transportation services, or then powerhouse generation, boiler house costing, canteen costing, hospital costing, hotel costing, and various other kinds. So today I will close this chapter now. So we will talk this chapter further in the next lecture. Thank you very much.